Hello, welcome back to Budget Bangers. I thought I'd just do a quick little walk around of this little Nissan Micra. Obviously I showed you it when I was on the back of my truck. Obviously I've painted the front bumper, which I did myself, and I'm not going to lie to you, I'm very impressed. My first time using a spray gun, and it's come out quite nice. Obviously it's a little bit orange peely, but I'm not going to complain too much about that. For a first attempt, it's alright. Maybe should have done it on a bit of a less valuable car, maybe. Looking down the side here, I've got a little bit of a ding there, which, to be honest, you might be able to get a dent man to pop most of that out and give it a polish up and see how it comes up. Around the rest of the car, I've done some little touch-ins here and there. That one's not off, mate. That's a terrible paint match. As you can kind of see where I've done touch-ins there. That there. Somebody's touched that done with the wrong shade. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a ding here, which I have popped out a little bit just to kind of make it look a bit better. Come around the back, it's not too bad. Again, it's quite a nice little car. I've done about 70 miles in this, and I'll be honest with you, this car's quite nice to drive. You got little dings and tiny little dents and scratches around the handles and things like that, and it's a little bit dented and marked, which you're going to get with little cars like this. You know, supermarket car parks to get dinged and people don't pay that much attention with them. But yeah, everything really on it is quite nice. If you were retailing this car, really, you'd want the bumper to have a bit of a better job. You'd paint down the side, and you'd probably polish out most of them, and you'd refurbish the alloys. It's got 11 months test on this car, which is quite good. We have got some decent tyres on it as well. The alloys want refurbing. Ideally, if you were to give it for full retail, you can see there, paint starting to come off in places. It just wants a bit of shop glass and powder coating. I think the last time I got 4 alloys done, it was £160, which, again, for the margin that'd be in it, it's quite decent. It was only advised on a tyre on its last MOT, which is being done. Again, another alloy wants refurbing. They're all mostly budget tyres on, apart from that one's still a Bridgestone, but you can see it's old. This is the tyre that I've had put on. Again, wants a refurb. Maybe you should. That headlight's alright. You'd maybe polish that up a bit. I've put a set of wipers on it as well because they were shocking. And yeah, if we look inside, I think I've got the keys here for it. Inside, again, nice little car. I have valeted it. And I've had it valeted, shall I say. I didn't do it, I'm not busy. I'm having employee family members to help me out. But if we give it a start up, like a little saw machine, there you go. 49,000 miles on it, or 49,663 if you want to be technical. And let's see how many miles I've done. I've done 83 miles in this car driving about. Honestly, it's a lovely little car. Dust has settled on it. 48 miles per gallon, which, I'll be honest with you, this car seems to do better for mile per gallon round the doors than it does going up a bypass, because it's a little low powered engine. It seems it doesn't seem to do like 60 mile an hour, 70 mile an hour. It does seem to do a lot better driving around the doors. I seem to be getting better range driving around the doors. But here we've got climate control, air conditioning, auxiliary input, Bluetooth connectivity, which is just for phone calls, which I find unusual for a car. You would have thought if you're going to have the Bluetooth connectivity, you'd have it so you can play your music as well. But if you've got auxiliary input, it means you have a nasty wire hanging out, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, it's got a double glove box, which for a little car like this, you know, you're going to have some storage issues at some point. Spec wise, it's a bit of an unusual one. It's not a bad spec, but it's not a good spec. You know, basically when somebody's ordered it, ticks the box for some nice little features there. You got your steering wheel controls, and you can answer your phone from here. Unusually, it's got cruise control, which for a little city car like this doesn't really make much sense to me. You really want cruise control when you're ploughing down the motorway at 78 mile an hour. So you can just ping that on and yeah, just let it do what it wants to do. And then you've got one touch windows on the driver's side, and front electric. You got your safety locks for the windows, which is quite unusual as well because it's got winding down windows in the back. And if you're going to stick kids anywhere, you'll stick them in the back rather than the front. Yeah. Even come around the back, you just got now special windy windows. Again, nothing too extravagant. Yeah, but even like coming around the back, into the boot, there's no parcel shelf. It's just got quite a spacious little boot for a little car. You've got a absolute tiny space saver on it, which again, you know, the wheels aren't the biggest anyway, but that space saver seems absolutely minute. But yeah, I mean, like this car, just stick them headrests down because you can barely see out the back window with them up. This car's a tiny little car, and I quite like it, and it has actually now sold. I've just done a deal with the trader for it. So again, for an absolute bargain price. Mostly. One second. Yeah. Mostly because of the bodywork. He was quite happy with how the bumper had turned out. I did offer to him without the bumper being painted, and he said he wasn't that interested. That's rattling around a bit. Yeah, I have ordered a new badge and a tone eye cover, which I just think side look quite nicely under here. You know, apart from that annoying little rattle there and the washer cap missing. Yeah, you can't fault it, and I haven't been able to fault this car at all since driving it. It's been a cracking little car to drive. I've enjoyed it. That aircon's been absolute bliss. But yeah, I just noticed it's even got electric mirrors as well. Crikey me. But yeah, it's been a nice little car to drive around in. I'll knock it up because our fan's doing mine, nothing. Yeah, it's been a quite nice little car to drive around in. Now, Auto Trader recommends a retail value of this car of £4,000. They recommend the trade value of £2,000. So, if you want, bang your guesses in the comments as to what you think I've sold this car for. Paint wise and things like that, I've not spent a lot on it, and I'll be honest, a lot of the times when you're selling cars in at the trade, you don't make a lot of money. But yeah, I had to kind of trade this on because my body shop, he's away on holiday, and I probably won't be, he's away for 2 weeks, and I won't be able to get in to the body shop for a couple of weeks after that. So I can't have a car like this sitting around. I probably just could have put it on Marketplace, but I know people with this sort of price range and that are probably going to be a bit picky, wanting to pick faults with the bodywork. You know, you got a low mile car like this, really you want the bodywork to be spot on. Yeah. So bang your guesses in the comments, see what you think I sold this car for. Yeah, I probably sold it too cheap, like I always do, but again, it keeps the ball rolling, puts a little bit of money in my pocket so I can keep doing this, and more importantly frees up money, because for me this is quite an expensive car to have laid around. But yeah, and while I'm here as well, I might as well give you a little update on the 207. I've obviously tidied it up a lot. Yeah, I've done a bit of paint on the bonnet, which you can kind of see is, yeah, it's a bit, when that light catches it, it's a bit meh. But again, you're not going to complain too much on a car like this. It's a cheap little banger. It's a nice little budget banger, which is what we love. But all in all, it's come out alright. Obviously I've re-lacquered the back bumper, which has come out alright. And then I've undersealed the sills after welding them, or welding one, and then I've tidied up this side. I painted the mirror cap as well, which is a nicer job, but I always seem to find that I always do a nicer job with the smaller repairs. I'm not in practice with the bigger repairs just yet, but I'm getting there. Even inside, it's come out nice. It wasn't a dirty car, if I'm being completely honest with you. That seat was a bit minging, which has come out nice, and it smells nice. Yeah, if we open, I've actually done some running around in this as well, and this is quite a nice car. It doesn't drive like a 207 with 137,000 mile on it. Basically, MOT wise, all I've done is I have done the welding on the driver's side sill, the strut top, which I've shown in a previous video. I cleaned up the back brakes, and I've put a tyre on it, and that's all really. It had a noise on the passenger side front, which was quite a strange one. On an invoice in the service history, it's advised that the shocker was knackered, which there is a little bit of noise, very slight, coming from the shocker, but it's not major. But it was a funny one. If you went to the corner and bounced the car up and down, you could hear it, but you had to proper bounce it. Basically, it would only make the noise if you hit like a pothole or something like that, or a speed bump. So it had to be quite an aggressive bump when you were going driving about. Driving just down the street normally, it wouldn't really make the noises. But yeah, it turned out the link, the anti-roll bar link, even like on MOT when it got checked out, I mentioned about the noise, seeing if you see anything. You couldn't get any play in it, and even just bouncing the car, you had to proper bounce the car for it to do it. And when I had the car jacked up, I tried to get play on the link, and you couldn't do it. You had to proper give it some beans to try and get it to make the noise. But yeah, this is an alright little car. Obviously now I've sold the Micra, I'll probably use this. Yeah, a little, while I'm here as well, I might as well. I'm trying to keep these videos short, but it's not working out that way, is it? My little Clio, I'll probably just do a more in-depth video of this, want some body work and an MOT. But yeah, this went in for test. Not too bad actually. I think the MOT certificate in here actually. This one's I'm probably gonna get it, do a test with the advisories, which, let's be fair, for a car like this is good going. I'll try and make sure I don't show the location of where I get them tested, because yeah, we've got a tyre, a brake pipe, which I've got all the stuff to make that, exhaust system insecure, which is just a bolt-on exhaust mount at the back, which I've got off eBay for £11. Headlamp low, headlamp insecure, so they'll be together. I had a look at that. It's all the tabs and stuff, but I've got a plastic welder, so I'm going to try and see if I can repair it, because I had a conversation with my parts company and they couldn't get the headlight, which generally speaking is a rarity, especially with these old cars are starting to die out and nobody's wanting any interest. A steering rack gator missing or no longer preventing the ingress of dirt on the near side front, which is a steering rack boot, which I have there. And then it'll have a full test on it, but the near side front tyre's been advised on, which if I'm getting one done on the driver's side, I might as well, because I do not like having advisories on tyres, because it just does not look nice at all. And then we've got a couple of coil springs corroded, which I think I might have just shown where that was tested up, but never mind. Which really, it's just a bit of powder coating's come off them. So what I'll do is I'll take them off the car, because it should be an easy enough job to do. I've just shown you the way it was tested out again. Genius me, aren't I? Oh well, free business for them, not free advertising. Yeah, and after that it'll have no advisories on its MOT, which, a car like this is a miracle. Yeah, there's a little bit of a scrape here, which I think I've showed you. Yeah, and I'll probably try and see if I can source some cheap wheel trims. The bodywork, I'll be honest with you, you're not going to be able to justify painting it. Really, it wants painting, but I'm going to try and tidy it up the best I can. Because let's be fair, a car like this, whoever buys it might possibly only have it for a year, and then it'll fail its test and it might end up getting scrapped, which would be a shame, because it's a nice little car. But yeah, good old parcel tape on the wing mirror as well, which again, I'm not going to put a wing mirror on it because it does its job and you can see out of it and it's in place. So what I'll do is I'll probably try and tidy that up with a bit of black tape. This is one of them where ideally you don't want to spend too much money on, because there's not going to be a lot of money in it at all. This is going to be a 995 car, which for a car with a full year's ticket on it with no advisories is an absolute bargain. Yeah, but other than that, apart from my old Jeep, which you can see poking out there being absolutely knackered, yeah, not much else going on really. I've got some more cars coming in, which will be an interesting watch for you. But yeah, I think I'll end this one here. There might be a bit of a delay to, you probably know there'll be a bit of a delay to my videos. Terrible internet, as I've said before, really struggling. I had a video uploading for 24 hours just about, and I think it was only on 34% uploaded. So I'm hopefully getting my internet sorted out, and I'll hopefully be getting back to it. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you like my content, please hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and leave a comment. I'm always happy to talk, and please feel free to leave your guesses as to what I've sold that car for, and I'll give you a little shout out on the next video. I can't offer prizes or anything like that, but yeah, it's just a bit of fun. But yeah, all the links in the description for my TikTok page and my business page will be down below. If you want to try and keep up with with what's going on around here a bit more, you're probably better off following my Facebook page. That gets updated on a regular basis. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.